Let's go to the next exercise in our simple linear equations. Exercise 14.3. In the first question here, it says 1 over x plus 3 plus 5 is equal to 0. In this kind of question, the first thing you do is to take the plus 5 to the right-hand side. It will become 0 minus 5. 0 minus 5 is what? Minus 5. So you have 1 over x plus 3 is equal to minus 5. So minus 5 is the same thing as minus 5 over 1 here. You can fix a 1 under the minus 5 and cross multiply. What do you get when you cross multiply? Minus 5 times x minus 3 will give you what? Will give you 1. 1 times 1, 1. Minus 5 times x minus 3. You know, you do this. Minus 5 times x minus 3. Then 1 times 1 also to get you 1. So minus 5 times x, that's minus 5x. Expanding bracket. Minus 5 times x will give me minus 5x here. Then minus 5 times x will give me minus 5x. Then minus 5 times plus 3 will give me minus 15. I hope you can see that. You do your sign multiplication first. Minus times plus is what? Minus. Then 5 times 3 is what? 15. So minus 5 times 3 gives me minus 15 is equal to 1. I'll collect like terms. Minus 15, when it crosses the equality sign to the right, it will become plus 15. So you get minus 5x is equal to 1 plus 15. 1 plus 15 is 16. Divide both sides by minus 5 here. So minus 5 will divide minus 5 like this. Then 16 over minus 5 on the right hand side. Plus over minus is minus. There's a positive sign here, although it's not written. So plus over minus is what? Minus. So that we can keep the sign where it should be. 16 over 5 is 3 whole number 1 over 5. So x is equal to minus 3 whole number 1 over 5. Let's go to number 2. 10 over x minus 2 is 4. This is very simple. Just put 1 underneath 4 and cross multiply. When you cross multiply, what do you get? 4 times x minus 2 is what? 4 times x minus 2 times 4. That's 4 times x minus 2 gives you 4x minus 8. 10 times 1 gives you what? 10. So 4x minus 8 is equal to 10. 4x is equal to 10 plus 8. I'm going to collect like terms here. Take minus 8 to the right hand side. Across the equality sign, it will become plus 8. So I'm putting my constants together. 4x is equal to 10 plus 8. 4x is 18. X is 18 over 4. 9 over 2. X is 4.5. Number 3 is the same thing. 14 over 1 plus y is 2. Just put 1 underneath y here to make the equation, look better. So 14 over 1 plus y is equal to 2 over 1. Then cross multiply here. So what does that give us? 1 times 14, 14. Then 2 times 1 plus y is what? 2 plus 2y. Here, you expand bracket step by step. 2 times 1, 2. Then what? Next, 2 times y plus 2y. Because the y is positive, the 2 is also positive. So 2 plus 2y is equal to 14. 2y will be equal to 14 minus 2. Take note that this 2 here is positive. When it goes to the right hand side, across the equality sign, when it crosses the equality sign to the right hand side, Okay, I'm trying to make it cross the equal to sign. When it crosses the equal to sign here to the right hand side, it will become negative. So that gives us 2y is equal to 14 minus 2. That's what 2y is equal to 12. Y is 12 over 2, 6. Number 5 is the same thing, cross multiply. Number 4, I mean. Cross multiply, you get 5 times x plus 2 is equal to 3 times 2x minus 7. You can do any one you like first. So 6x minus 21 is equal to 5x plus 10. 3 here times 2x. 3 times 2x, in expanding the bracket, 3 times 2x is what? 6x. Then 3 times minus 7 is what? Minus 21. Here also 5 times x, 5x. Then 5 times 2 minus 10. Sorry, 5 times 2, 10. The 5 is positive, the 2 is also positive. Plus times plus is plus. So 5 times 2 is 10. Then you collect like terms. Bring this plus 5x to the left across the equal to sign. It will become minus 5x. So 6x minus 5x is equal to 10 plus 21. So x is equal to 31. That answers question 4. Question 5 is the same thing. Inspect, everything is easy. Everything is easy. So inspect. Everything in this exercise is very easy. Cross multiply, remove brackets, collect like terms, equate your steps to the constant on the right and divide both sides by the coefficient of the unknown. Number 6 is slightly different. I have a term here that's a negative fraction. This fraction is negative. If I take it to the right across the equal to sign, it becomes 0 plus 5 over 3. Everything will become positive now. But here it was negative. So I'll move it to the right. When I move it to the right, it will become what? Across the equal to sign, it will now be positive. So 2 over a minus 1 minus 5 over 3a minus 2 is equal to 0. We change to 0 plus 2 over a minus 1 is equal to 0 plus 5 over 3a minus 2. So 2 over a minus 1 is equal to 5 over 3a minus 2. You cross multiply. The rest is as usual when you cross multiply. Check it very well. Number 7 is the same thing. Number 7 is the same thing. I'm just going to continue scrolling because by now I know you are very familiar with it now, so I don't need to say much anymore. Here to cross multiply and simplify. Cross multiply, remove brackets, collect like terms and simplify. Number 9 is the same. Number 9 is the same as number 8. So you do numbers 9 and 10 yourself. I think I made a mistake here. This is number 8. I don't know. Just answer these two yourselves. Numbers 9 and 10. Number 11. Take 7 over x minus 8 to the right. It becomes what? No. Leave 7 over x minus 8 on the left and take 1 over 5. This constant 1 over 5, take it across the equality sign to the right. It becomes minus 1 over 5. So you now have 7 over x minus 8 is equal to 0 minus 1 over 5. So that's the same thing as minus 1 over 5 here. So you can keep the minus on the numerator alone or with the denominator, but I've chosen to keep it with the numerator here. So we cross multiply. Minus 1 times x will give you minus 1x. Minus 1 times x will give you what? Minus 1x or minus x. Minus 1 times minus 8 also. Minus 1 times minus 8 will give you plus 8, because minus times minus is plus. Then 7 times 5 gives 35. 7 times 5 is here. 7 times 5 gives you what? 35. So collecting like terms, minus x is 35 minus 8, 27. Divide both sides by minus 1 behind x. This will cut this. So the minus 1 is gone, you have x left. X will be equal to plus 27 divided by minus 1 is what? Minus 27. So your answer is x is equal to minus 27. Check this, number 12. It's the same thing. Just a tricky fraction on the left here. So we change it to improper fraction and cross multiply as usual. So collect like terms. After expanding your brackets, collect like terms and simplify. The rest is easy. Number 13 is the same thing. Expand, collect like terms, simplify. Number 14, same thing. You do it yourself. Number 15 also, you do it yourself. You have to do numbers 14 and 15 as part of your classwork for this exercise. Number 16, take this fraction. Take this fraction to the right. It becomes 0 plus 6 over y minus 2. So you have 4 over 2y plus 1 is equal to 6 over y minus 2. You cross multiply. Just get used to this cross multiplication and collection of like terms. That's the basic trick in linear equation. If you don't make mistakes, anyone you answer will be correct. So it's the same thing here. Take this term, minus 12 over x minus 4, take it to the right. It becomes what? Plus 12 over x minus 4. So that gives you 4 over x plus 5 is equal to 12 over x minus 4. You cross multiply, collect like terms, and simplify to get your answer. You have to do number 18 and 19 yourself. Number 20 is straightforward. Take minus 1 over y to the right. You get 0 plus. When it crosses this equality sign, it becomes what? 0 plus 1 over y. So what does that give me? 2 over y plus 2 is equal to 1 over y. You cross multiply and complete the rest yourself. Number 21, same thing as the previous ones. You understand? Take this fraction to the right across the equal to sign, it will become positive. Then the rest is easy. Number 22, same thing. Number 22 is the same thing as number 21. Number 23, cross multiply. Number 23, just cross multiply. But before that, you can divide both sides by 3 here. 3 here, 1. 3 here, 1. Like we did in the previous exercise. So you get 1 over 6x. You expand this bracket. 2 times 3x, 6x. Then 2 times minus 2, minus 4. After expanding those brackets, the rest is mere cross multiplication and simplification. (24) is the same thing. You answer question 24 to yourself. 25, you take plus 3 over 4 minus 1 to the right hand side. It becomes negative. It gives you this, taking this across the equal side to the right, we change it to negative from positive. So it becomes 0 minus 3 over 4 minus 1 will be written as minus 3 over 4 minus 1. In order to make your work easier, you can give the minus sign to the numerator directly and cross multiply. Exactly. So, last but not the least is number 26. You have to do that yourself too. That ends exercise 14.3.